Hello, welcome back to RAC, where we talk all things audio production and sound. We are starting a new series where we are going to dive into the music business side of things. First on the agenda is we are going to do a general breakdown of how songs are broken up in terms of copyright, and also different royalty types. My name is Dariana Everett. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and RAC grad. Let's get into it. First, every song that has ever been written and recorded is divided into two parts: the masters, or the sound recording, and the publishing, or the musical composition. Let's first focus on the masters. The masters refers to the original and final recording of a song that is then distributed. We also call this the sound recording copyright. The copyright in the sound recording protects the specific recording of the musical work, including the performance, the arrangement, and the production. This type of copyright is usually owned by record labels, but more and more we are getting independent artists that are self-releasing. So then the independent artists would also own the masters in that case. So this is the version of the song that the listener would listen to it on streaming services. It's what gets played on the radio. It's what gets printed onto CDs or cut to vinyl, or what gets placed in TV, movies, or commercials. With this song, there might be slightly different mixes for the compatibility of the distribution. For example, the mix for TV or film might be exported at 48 kilohertz. The one that's for a streaming service might be exported as a high-res MP3. If it's mixed for radio, we'll be squashing it, whereas if it's mixed for vinyl, we're going to try and keep as much headroom and dynamic range as possible. However, this is the same song, as it is working with the same performance, the same arrangements, and the same production. It is important to note that the owner of the sound recording copyright has exclusive rights to the master recording, which includes the right to reproduce, distribute, and publicly perform the recording. This means that anyone who wants to use the master recording must obtain permission from the owner and potentially pay a license fee. In addition, the owner of the sound recording copyright has a right to control the use of the master recording, including the right to remix, edit, or sample the recording. This is why labels will often negotiate licensing agreements with other companies for the use of the master recordings in either movies, TV shows, or commercials. Next, we have publishing. Publishing refers to the musical composition, which include the melody, harmony, and lyric of a song. Typically, this is owned by the songwriter, composer, or music publisher. We also call this the musical composition copyright. The copyright of the musical composition protects the underlying musical works, such as the melody, the lyrics, and the chord progressions. When the songwriter creates a musical composition, they automatically own the copyright to it. This means they have the exclusive right to reproduce, distribute, and perform the song, as well as the right to create derivative works based off the original composition. That is, they have these rights until they sign with a publisher. Music publishers play a vital role in the music industry by acting as intermediaries between the songwriters and the music users, such as recording artists and film and TV producers. They provide a range of services, including promotion, marketing the songs, negotiating licensing agreements, and collecting royalties on behalf of the songwriter. In exchange for these services, music publishers will often take a percentage of the royalties generated by the songs that they represent. Let's go over the different types of royalties our songs generate. First on the list is we have mechanical royalties, or we also call them mechanicals. These are royalties earned from the sale and distribution of your music. This includes physical sales such as CDs and vinyls, as well as digital downloads and streaming. Mechanical royalties are typically paid out by your distributor or your record label. Second type of royalty are performance royalties. These are the royalties earned from the public performance of your music. This includes radio airplay, live performances, and sync licenses from, let's say, TV placements. Performance royalties are typically collected by performing rights organizations, or what we call pros, such as SOCAN. So synchronization royalties, or what we call syncs, or sync licensing. These are royalties earned by the use of your music being placed in either a TV show, movies, commercials, and or any other visual media. Synchronization royalties are typically paid out by the advertising agency or production company. Print music royalties. These are the royalties earned from the distribution and sale of the sheet music for your songs. Print music royalties are typically paid out by the publisher. So to collect these royalties, it is important to register with all of the appropriate organizations. For mechanical royalties, you should register with your distributor or your record label. For performance royalties, it's important to register with performing rights organizations and or pros. In Canada, we have SOCAN. In the States, they have ASCAP or BMI. Each country has its own performing rights organization, so it's just important to look up which is the one for your country. For synchronization royalties, if you're self-published, you can get it paid directly to you if you have your own company. If not, you might have to register with a company like MusicBed or Songtradr. For print music royalties, you should register with a music publisher. So that's it for this video. I hope this helped with understanding how the copyright for a song is divided, the publishing versus the masters, the different types of royalties. Later on in this series, we're going to be going more in depth on the roles of a publisher, the roles of a label, roles of a distributor, going into split sheets and other things. So if this is interesting, stay tuned. If you have specific questions, write them down below. If you like this video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. We come out with new content every week. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.